Good morning, Sairam to all. How are you all? I hope you all are fit and fine and strong and healthy at your places. Right? So, once again, we are back here with our English class. So, today I am going to take your English. You can say I can take your, we have grammar portion or we have writing portion, right? We have in recently class what we have completed descriptive essay, right? Yes, but today we are going to start with another new topic for you all. So let's start with our topic. So I hope you all are ready with your notebooks, pencil and erasers, right? Yes, okay. So today's topic is story writing. Yes, did you like stories? Yes, everybody likes story. Okay, children like story the most. Yes, you have heard many moral stories with beautiful morals related to our day-to-day life. Okay, yes. So today we are going to cover our writing portion topic, that is story writing with pictures. Okay, it means this is a presentation in which you will be given a picture. On the basis of that you have to write story. Okay, yes. So let's start our topic. So we have our today's topic, that is story writing with pictures. This topic you all have to write in your notebook, right? Yes. So let's discuss the story writing with pictures. What is story writing? What is story writing? Story writing in its basic form is a series of images that tell a story. Okay, what is story writing? Story writing in its basic form is a series of images that tell a story. Okay, an important aspect of telling a story through pictures is to show the action that the words describe. So, an important aspect of telling a story through picture. Through picture we can tell story, right? Yes, is to show the action that the words describe. Even images or moving pictures can narrate a story, right? If we see the images or a picture, we can narrate a story. A story is generally designed to entertain and or to send a message across. Message, or you can say a moral. Okay, moral to the society or to the peoples. So, developing a story from the pictures given. Okay, it means for us from the story or from the picture, what is to be given. Okay, if a picture is given, how you have to develop a story, it means how you have to express your story. So let's have some points here. Let's read the points what we are going to create a story by seeing a picture. Number first step is that look at all the pictures. It means whatever pictures is given to you, you have to look at it. Okay, you have to clearly see, go through all the pictures provided to you. Look at all the pictures and describe them properly. Try to develop the gist, or you can say plot of the story. It means what steps you have to write, which step should be taken prior, which lines should be expressed first, which line is to be expressed secondly. By seeing, it means images, according to the images you have to plot, you have to arrange yourself your story, okay, in your mind, that what will come first, what will come second, what will come third, what will come at the fourth step. Okay, story. Number 3 step is follow the sequence of pictures. It means sequence you have to follow. Okay, first you will what you will do, you will look at all the pictures. Second, try to develop the plot of the story. It means whatever what things you will take properly, which type and then trying to develop that, what you will write first, then what you will write next, in different paragraphs, you can say. It means firstly what you will take, second what you will take, then third what you, just having a set in mind that what step should become first, second, then third, plotting that story in a complete way. Okay, third is follow the sequence of pictures. Okay, sequence means which by seeing the first image what idea is coming in your mind, by second image what's the second step. Do not omit any part of the picture sequence. Number 4th is do not omit any part of the picture sequence. It means if pictures are 5, then you do not need to delete or omit any part of the picture sequence. Every story has a beginning, middle and an end. It means every story has a beginning, at the middle and an end. If a story is starting, it will definitely has an end. Number 6 is make the story interesting and enjoyable. It means if you are seeing any picture, you are expressing your thoughts, the picture, the story related to the picture should be wonderful. It should be enjoyable. It should be interesting. So that people, the person who is reading your story should have initiative, or should have not initiative, should have an interest in reading your story. Should take more and more interest. So use good words, good lines, make your story very beautiful, wonderful, so that person could get attract to your story. Story should be interesting and wonderful, enjoyable. These were the 6 points. Number 7 point we have, write a suitable title. It means a heading should be given, that is a title should be provided to the story. Number 9 we have moral of the story. It means if a story is there, its title is there, then it should also have its moral. Moral should be given at the last, that from reading this story, what conclusion you have got, what information you have got, what moral did you get. Okay. Number 9 we have write the lesson learned from the story, and what you have learned from the story, from reading the story, what you have thought, what you have got, that you have to write. Okay. So I hope these points are clear to you very well. If you need it, you can write it in your notebooks. So you all have to write this in your notebooks. Okay, steps. Now we have the format for the story. Let's go to it and check out. Okay, what is the format for the story? Number 1 we have First one is the title. Most important we have is the title. First one is title. Then after that you have to leave one line. It should be blank. After that you have to give the introduction of the paragraph, that what you are talking about, what is the title you are taken, what is the introduction for that title. Okay, introductory paragraph. After that again you have, if X is there, it means you have to leave one line. Here also after writing the title you have to leave one line. Again after writing introductory paragraph, leave one line. After that you have to follow the main content. Okay, what is given in the story, what is given in the picture, sorry. So you have to follow the main content. So again you have to leave one line. At last you have to write the conclusion. What you have to write? You have to write the conclusion, that what conclusion, what result did you get after seeing the pictures or after hearing the story, right? Yes. So conclusion you have to write at the last after seeing the pictures, that what story you have made, what conclusion you have come to. So conclusion should be at the last, right? Yes. So here is one question for you all, that write a short story in 100 to 150 words with the help of the clues given below. Give a suitable title to the story. It means title should be given. Title is very must. You have to write the title. Again you have to leave one line. Then you have to write the introduction to the paragraph. Then again one line. Then you have to write the main content of the paragraph. Then left one line. After that you have to write the conclusion. आपको पढ़ के क्या समझ में आया? What lesson did you get? You have to write at the last. So we have the today's topic. Okay, now tell me, what picture is given to you here? Yes, tell me. What picture is given to you here? Yes, right. Who is he? He is a... Okay, first of all tell me, what is this? What is this? Yes, right. This is a stag. This is a stag. It means stag means just a deer, you can say. Yes, it is a deer. You all have read many stories related to the deer. Yes. So, deer is just, stag is just the name of the deer. So, what is its name? Its name is stag here. And who is this person here? This person is a hunter. This person is a hunter who shoots animal, right? Yes, this animal, this person is a hunter. And what is this? This is a stag. S-T-A-G. Stag is just a deer. Stag is just a deer. What are these? What are these? These are antlers of stag. These are antlers of stag. Okay. So let's start this story. Okay, now tell me, after seeing the pictures, can you tell me what story we are going to come across? Yes, very good. We are going to write the story related to the stag and a hunter. Yes, so the title of our story is, the title of my story is The Proud Stag. The Proud Stag. T-H-E-D, P-R-O-U-D, proud, S-T-A-G, stag. Proud means just arrogant, arrogance. Okay, ghamandi you can say in Hindi. Okay, the proud stag, and stag is just a male deer. You can say just a deer. Yes, now let's start. This is the first picture given to you. What is there in the picture? Yes, what is there in a picture? There is a forest, and in a forest there is a stag, right? Yes. So we have, once a stag was roaming in a dense forest. Once a stag was roaming in a dense forest. What are these? What are these? These are antlers. These are antlers. A-N-T, ant, L-E-R-S, lers, antlers. Okay, now what the stag is doing? Tell me. A stag has come across the river. And what did he observe there? He saw the reflection of himself, right? Okay. And what he is observing in the water, in the reflection, what did he saw? He saw his beautiful antlers. He saw his beautiful antlers. It reached a stream in the forest and saw its reflection and thought. What did he thought? I have such ugly legs. I have such ugly legs. What did he saw? He saw his ugly legs. Okay? Again I am repeating. Once, O-N-E-C-E, once a stag was roaming in a dense forest. It reached a stream in the forest. You can write river or you can write stream. And saw its reflection and thought. He saw its reflection and thought, I have such ugly legs. Now again what he is thinking? Again he is thinking while drinking the water, but lovely antlers. What did he observe? He told, I have such ugly legs. I have such ugly legs. But lovely antlers which make me look beautiful. But lovely antlers which make me look beautiful. Now what happened? He is proud of his antlers, but he did not like his ugly legs, right? Yes. Now what happened? The stag went deeper in the forest, near the thorny bushes. Near the thorny bushes. Okay. The stag. This is the stag. The stag, that means deer. The stag went deeper in the forest, near the thorny bushes. Now what happened? What did he saw? What did he saw? The stag saw the hunter in the dense forest. What did he saw? The stag saw the hunter in the forest. Who is this man? He is a hunter. And who is this? He is a stag, a deer. Now what happened? Suddenly, it saw a hunter hiding behind the tree and aiming at it. Suddenly, it saw a hunter hiding behind the tree and aiming at it. What did he saw? He saw a hunter who was aiming and hiding himself behind the tree and was aiming him. The stag ran very fast and hid behind a thick tree. What did he do? What did he do? The stag ran so fast, and he hid himself behind a thick tree. The hunter chased it and reached the spot. What did you see in the picture? What did you see? His antlers, his beautiful antlers get stuck in the thorny bushes. What did he like his most? Which body part he liked his most? He liked his antlers. These big like trees, branch like trees, antlers he likes the most. And what did he don't like? He don't like his ugly legs, and he liked his antlers the most. But what happened when he hid himself? He ran. When he hid himself from the hunter, what did he do? He ran and ran, but hunter chased it and reached the spot. As the stag was about to run, its antlers got stuck in the thorny bushes and it could not move. What did he have? What happened? His antlers got stuck in the thorny bushes, and he was not able to come out of it, and he could not move. He got stuck there, right? His antlers got stuck there. His beautiful antlers got stuck there, and he was not able to move. Soon, what happened? The hunter killed the stag with an arrow. Right? The hunter, what are you observing there? Soon the hunter killed the stag, and stag died with an arrow. Right? See, you can observe here, the hunter killed the stag with his arrow, with an arrow. While dying, it thought. When the stag was dying, he was thinking. A thought was coming into his mind. The ugly legs which I hated helped me. The ugly legs which I hated helped me to escape. It means his ugly legs was very helpful for him to escape, to run. Right? But the beautiful antlers, the antlers he was having, the beautiful antlers which I was proud of, became the cause of my death. Right? He was dead. What happened? He likes his antlers the most, and these antlers got stuck in the thorny bushes, from which he could not escape, he could not run, he could not move. So, the antlers, what did he thought? That my beautiful antlers, which I was proud of, became the cause of my death. Right? His beautiful antlers were the cause of his death. So, what is the moral of the story? Yes, the moral of the story is that pride always has a fall. It means pride. Who was pride here? Stag was proud of his beautiful antlers, and from his antlers only he got stuck in his antlers got stuck in the thorny bushes, which the beautiful antlers could not move. His body could not move. So he was died by the arrow given by, or the arrow made him, the arrow that was given to him by the that hunter killed him. So the pride always has a fall. So don't be arrogant. Okay, people who are overconfident or too arrogant are likely to be fail. This saying is adapted from the biblical book of Proverbs. It means simply what you all have to keep in your mind. What lesson you did you the lesson we get from this story is that people who are overconfident or too arrogant are likely to fail. So don't be arrogant. Okay? Be calm, intelligent in your nature. Don't feel so arrogant, right? And don't feel so overconfident. So, moral of the story was pride always has a fall. Pride always has a fall. So, my dear student, what you all have to do? You all know what you all have to do. You all have to write this story with the heading in your notebook, right? Yes. You all have to note down this in your notebook. Write the heading story writing with pictures. Okay? After writing this heading, you can, if you feel, you can write the points. Otherwise, you can start your story which is given today to you, right? Yes. So, Sai Ram, take care of yourself. Take care of your health, of your family members, which is very important for you all. Take care of each other. Be healthy and fine at your places. So, Sai Ram, and take care. Keep on progressing, keep on writing, keep on reading. So, we will meet in our next class. Till then, bye-bye.